Hello viewers, welcome to day 2 of building our new pig house in rural Kenya. So today I'll take you guys to the old pig house, and we're going to talk about some of the problems that we've experienced in that house. I will also take you to the new site and kind of show you the work that's going on, including building a caretaker house and a store, as well as prepping the foundation for the pig house, as well as the chicken house. So the day started really well, nice and early, and we headed to the pig house, to the old pig house, kind of see how the pigs are doing. How this started was that pig house was just a small piece of land, a small plot, right? And when I started this venture, it was like a trial, just a project that I am passionate about, and I wanted to try and see how it's gonna turn out. And I guess I wasn't ready for how fast pigs multiply, and they multiplied really fast, and within no time we found ourselves with no space to keep them. And obviously we want a comfortable place to raise them. We want to treat them well. So this is one of the reasons why we decided to get a new site and build them a home that's spacious, and like I said in the first video, somewhere where there's room for expansion. So we don't want to encounter this problem again. So this is a new pig house. Like I said, it's a quarter-acre plot, and this farm started with one male and one female. We source our pigs from a reputable company in Kenya. So we make sure that the breeds are certified, and what we were promised is what we actually get. And it's turned out to be true. So like I said, we started with a male and a female. So the female it's what they consider as F1 breed. So then from that female, we were able to get we had to get another male, because you cannot obviously crossbreed the young ones with their with the original boar. So we had to get a new boar from the same company, and that way we avoid crossbreeding. Like I said, that is one thing that you don't want to do in your farm, is to inbreed. Sorry, not crossbreeding, inbreeding. You do not want inbreeding, because you're going to mess up your breed. You're going to cause issues within your stock, and you don't want that. So that's something we are very keen about, and we're willing to go the extra mile to make sure that we don't inbreed. So right now, like I said, we have 3 females in there and 2 males, and currently each of the females has piglets. So each of them right now has piglets. So one of them, the piglets are 1 week old. The other one, they are 1 month old, and the other ones are 2 months old. So we also have 4 guilds over there that are ready for market. We had 11 of those, and the rest have been sold. So we have 4 left, and we try not to sell everything because we do have a butchery that we also sell for ourselves. So we do avoid selling everything to companies or to other butcheries because we do value addition in our own butchery. So in the beginning of the video, I talked about some of the problems that we experienced in this old farm and why we're getting a new one. So just touching on some of the problems and how we mitigated them. The first problem is feeds. I think for any pig farmer out there, you know how important it is to source good feeds for your pigs. And we started using feeds from a very reputable company, but after some time we started realizing a change in the quality of the feeds. We would find strings and other things in the feed, so that's not a good thing. So as soon as we found that, we had to switch and find a new company. So that is problem number 1. Problem number 2, it's water. For those who know pig farming, pigs love water. And a big percentage of their body weight is water. So with all these pigs right now, we have over 50. Imagine having to keep buying water for them. That is an expense that you don't want, in addition to feeds and all that. So again, that is another reason why there was a need to look for another place, another site, and specifically a site that has a source of water. And that will drastically cut down on the cost of production. The other issue that we encountered was the issue of deworming. So we were deworming, but I think because of poorly estimating the dosage, how much you need to give each pig, we ended up in a bit of a mess where it wasn't effective, because obviously if you don't give a full dose, it will not be effective. And that dosage is calculated by weight. So the pigs are pretty big, and then if you give them a dose that's not enough, then you're not really deworming effectively. And that was evident with the fur in some of the pigs. It wasn't looking so good, but you notice that after deworming, they look very healthy. And again, these are things you can only learn with time and practice. The other thing, the biggest issue has been space. I think I've talked about this over and over. This is the main reason why we're moving. It's space. So, like I said, this was a trial project, and it turned out more expensive than we initially thought. This started as a passion, 1 pig, 1 male, 1 female, but they grew really fast. Just to give you guys an example, the first female that was in the farm farrows between 18 to 21 piglets at a time. And for those who are not familiar with the pig language, farrowing is giving birth. So it will give birth. Historically, it gives birth between 18 to 21 piglets. So think about that. That is 1 pig, 1 farrowing session. And these pigs will farrow between 2 or 3 times a year. For us, we try to do them just 2 times a year, so you don't also exhaust them. So that's a mother pig. And then we have 2 other sows that this was their first time farrowing, and both of them farrowed over 11 piglets. So when you look at all those, this is just one session per pig. And then, so calculate that times 3 pigs times 1 year and see how many piglets you're going to have. And again, they don't farrow one time. They farrow 2 or 3 times in a year. So with that calculation, you realize that you are going to be having lots and lots of pigs. And that's really what got us into this sticky situation. They multiplied really fast, way faster than expected. So I would say those are the main issues that we've encountered, and I think I've talked about the mitigation. So for the space, obviously getting a new farm, a new place to build a new farm, that is a mitigation action. Deworming, increasing the dosage to make sure that the deworming is effective. Water, that again, moving to the new farm, there's water, there's spring water in there, so buying water will be a thing of the past. So that drastically cuts down on the cost of production. And then the feeds, we also changed the company that was supplying the feeds. We're using a new company and we've seen drastic results. So that's just a high level overview of some of the problems that we were experiencing, where we are moving, and I will have a different session to kind of give you an in-depth overview of everything. This is just a summary. So stay tuned, subscribe, and I will keep you guys posted. So moving to the farm, again, we continued with burning of the shrubs and everything that needed to be done to clear the area for construction. So the structure you see up there is the caretaker and a store area. So there's a room for the caretaker and there's a room for a storage where obviously you store your feeds and whatever else that you need to store. At the same time, we were digging the foundation. Sorry, I did not get to video that part of the process, but the foundation is already set. So the next step, and in the next video, I'll show you guys the construction, kind of how the foundation is being done and how the building is coming up. So again, multiple people working on the project because, like you've seen, we need the space so bad. So it's important for us to rush the project, but get it right, And then some of the things to make sure we have in the new house is, other than the bigger rooms, we need the water nipples. The nipples are really important because they eliminate the wastage, and also with the nipple system, the water is always available for the pigs, so they can always have that and they'll drink all day, 24 hours. And then the other thing is making sure there's a good drainage system, something we did not quite get right in the first structure. So we want to make sure that there's a good drainage system that's going to drain the waste and make cleaning efficient. And then the other thing we want to make sure is the place is well ventilated. Ventilation is important, especially for disease eradication, and just making sure that the pigs have clean air, a clean environment. And I think with the trees around here, that's going to offer that. I really was looking for a serene environment for them and a place where they will really feel like they're at home. And I'm loving this one, and I'm sure they'll love it too, if only they can speak. So continuing on with day 2, like I said in the day 1 video, we were cutting down some of the orange trees, unfortunately, because there are too many and we need the space for construction. So what you're seeing in the video is what's left. We will not cut them anymore, but we need someone to come and maintain them. This is the foundation for the pig house as well as the chicken house. For now, I'm avoiding the chicken house. I don't want to talk about that. I will talk that in a separate video, but for now I'll focus on the pig house because that is the priority. Like I said, in the coming days I should be able to show you guys how the structure looks like, how the final product is gonna look like, as well as show you how the caretaker house looks like. That one we're using iron sheets. It's a temporary structure as we figure out a path forward. So starting from somewhere. So this is a good view of the foundation of the pig house. It's quite big, and I know the foundation looks small, but once you see the final product, it's shocking actually how big it is. But like I said, that's what was needed because that multiplication rate surprised me as well. I think I wasn't expecting that. I mean, I knew that they farrow multiple piglets, but I never knew that I can see 21 piglets from one pig at a go. So we need to be sure for that level of production. So yeah, the work continues. Everyone in the farm is working really hard, and we are still targeting 2 weeks to get everything done. So I cannot wait to show you guys the final product and the type of work that has been done because it's amazing. Other than that, we just continue enjoying the sugar cane in the farm. We continue enjoying the oranges. Yeah, but they're getting fewer and fewer. I think the labor force that's there has really been enjoying them. I don't blame them though because I do the same. You come in here, you help yourself to fruits and whatever else you need, and yeah, it's quite relaxing, and I cannot say that enough. So other than that, there's really nothing else that was going on in day 2. I will just let you guys kind of view the farm, just kind of see how the landscape is looking after the clearing that we did. And once everything, fits in place, I will be glad to show you guys again and, kind of showcase the progress. I would like to hear what feedback you guys have, and especially people who are pig farmers. How did you construct your structure? What are some of the things I should be looking for? What are things that you hope you did differently? You wish you did differently, that is. I am looking for that kind of feedback, and I am ready to incorporate what I can and leave out what I cannot. So I'll give you guys a few minutes to just kind of watch and see what's happening in the farm. At this point, I'm definitely in a sugarcane coma. That's all I do. It's eat sugarcane and oranges. I wonder what, if anything, that sugar does to you. Is that good sugar? Let me know in the comment section. Should I be watching how many sugar canes I can have in a day? Because I'm not. Again, let me know what you think. Like I said in previous videos, I hate burning grass, but I have a lot of dry grass and I wasn't sure how to handle it. But for now, I figured a way to make good use of it instead of burning it. I have a couple goats and I've been, taking the grass to them. Then that way I'm not, burning vegetation and just messing with the environment. So my goats are happy. They're getting the vegetation. They're getting that dry grass, and yeah, we don't have to pollute. So that was our day one. I'm gonna let you guys watch my piggies play, and yeah, kind of see how they lead their day-to-day lives. So that is a male and a female. The small one is a female, but she is extremely aggressive. They literally won't stop until someone intervenes and kind of separates them. So very stubborn little things. Look at how scared their siblings are. They're just huddling in a corner, wishing they can be invisible. Thank you so much for watching. Please remember to subscribe. And if this is your type of content, follow along and let's see where the journey takes us. Otherwise, thank you and we look forward to having you around. Bye-bye.